taking it back. Y'all know what it is. It's a classic. Wrap it up in plastic because it's a classic. Know what I mean?
I'll let this rock for a second.
All right, let's stop before we get copyright strike.
Yo, it's funny you just brought that up, right? Because I was listening. Who was it? I think Irv Gotti was saying that song is like
one of the best hip hop songs. That's why I put it on.
Really? That's crazy. Wait, how do you feel about that though?
Oh man, when you start a debate,
hard to say something like
when
that,
you
right?
start a debate, it's always been a controversial. Well, welcome to the next episode, everybody, of OSNV. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the ground running. But so when you start a debate on the top 10 best rappers,
I don't
best
like doing
songs, it gets crazy because everyone always has an opinion.
I mean, I like the list. We can make a list, but just the sequential order.
Even the list will always be debated. The list will always be debated. I heard somebody put a list out of the top 50 best rappers, and Jada Kiss was 40 something. What? You bugging? He's at least has to be in the top 10. At least. When you put out a list like that already loses all credibility. But
a few factors who's making the list, because their personal bias is going to fucking influence this as well. What age range they are in, who they were mostly influenced by. That's going to be all subjective, and the era that they're born in. That's why I'm okay with the list, just not the sequential order. And if there is a sequential order, then we need some old school, new vibes panel for real. Some of the real old school aficionados and some of the valued opinions of the youngins today, and they can meet halfway.
Yeah, but opinions are always going to vary. You're never going to see eye to eye. And if you got a panel of 10 people, they're not going to agree to a specific list. It's never going to happen. Yo,
I have no idea.
More importantly, why are you playing that movie with ads?
That shit, bro, that's Daily Motions.
That's whack.
It's the only place that has it available.
Nah, you got to play that shit for real.
I should call Jet Li, tell him to send me a...
You don't have the DVD, bro?
Right? I should get that. I don't even have... Oh, no, I do have a DVD player and a PlayStation. Yo, but
you want to borrow one of these?
Yeah, I think borrow one of these? You heard?
You want to borrow one of these? Welcome back. We had a little glitch, little technical difficulties.
My bad.
My boy Ark playing Kung Fu Classic Cult Master with Jet Li. That was a classic. A little throwback for y'all.
You know who that immediately brings back memories of, right?
Word up.
Shout out to True Master.
Persian Legacy.
Yeah, Persian Legacy. I think a lot of his material and stuff he used, the titles or the names came from this movie, right? A lot of it come from Cult Master.
Yeah, that's a classic, crazy. Man. It's like supernatural, not supernatural, but some it's not just regular kung fu fighting. There's there is some supernatural shit going on in there, right?
There is. He's shooting fireballs. He's it was advanced, man. For this being in the 90s, I think it was well made.
Crazy.
Digitally, and the CGI stuff still was ahead of its time, bro.
Yeah, there were a lot of practical stuff going on, a lot of practical effects.
And then shortly after, remember Iron Monkey came out too?
Iron Monkey. Tai Chi Master. Tai Chi Master was another one with Jet Li.
And those hit the theater, so...
And this is before Jet Li blew up in the American market. Remember he did Lethal Weapon 5. He was the villain in it. He was whipping their ass. little stroll down memory lane for y'all. So, what were we talking about before we got cut off?
Earlier, we were discussing music, the list. And I was like, no sequential order, whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely Nas. I mean, anything from Nas is fucking amazing. especially his newer material now too. I'm very excited with that. I feel like Jay's gonna creep up soon and drop something.
You think so? He's been out for a minute,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, I that's why.
What do you think? I mean, I think I talked about this a little bit. Like, Nas, he might not be at like billionaire status level Jay is, or maybe he is. I don't know. He's got a lot of ventures going on, but
he has a lot of ventures.
What do you think gives him the drive to keep dropping albums like this?
I think, you know, we're on different statuses, but I think it's a sense of therapy, bro. Like being able, look, everything is energy, right? And there has to be a constant flow of energy, inward and outward. And you have artists that use their artistry to really let out some of that built up energy. And that energy could be, you know, stagnant, stressed energy, or just even good energy that just is not exercised. You know, it's, and I think he's just in his bag again. You know, he's like, yo, I'm getting older, and sometimes, you know, you feel like, yo, man, I still got this. I could still do this. I could still do this. And I think music is, especially writing, you get better in time. Like, I think it all depends on how much passion you got behind it. But you have to like water your passion too. Like you have to nurture your passion. If you don't exercise your passion, then it's going to be like a muscle that doesn't get exercised. It's just going to become dormant, you know? Everything that you want to see thriving in your life, you have to nurture. You have to be exercising it. You have to practice. That's hence that cliche expression, you know, practice what you preach, you know?
So. Okay, but what do you think is, okay, but that's kind of answering the question, but what do you think is giving Nas that drive to, as opposed to Jay, right? Because Jay's at a high level status. He doesn't have to put out music anymore. Why do you think
music or making moves?
No, I'm talking about putting out more albums, putting out music. Yeah.
I think he's in a better space too. Remember, like during the last few albums, he had marital issues, you know, that bro, having a toxic relationship in your life, that shit could fucking destroy you.
So you think it's like personal? Personal?
Yep. You hear it, man. I know it sounds weird, but I feel like you could hear it in his delivery. It sounds freed up, man. Like just loose and free spirited. Sounds like a kid again, you know? Like that fearlessness, you know? You ever saw that movie, Fearless from Jet Li? That shit is fire too.
Mm-hmm.
I got deep. He was, remember, one of the nicest, if not the nicest kung fu artists, right? And then something slowed him up and made him doubt himself, and he lost faith and caught anxiety, all that shit, bro.
Yeah, and Fearless was dope.
And he lost himself, and then he hit the dumps, bro. Remember, he hit like fucking rock bottom of rock bottom. Then he just dusted himself off, man, took what's left and built a new version of himself. And he came back even ella. I think that's where Nas is at right now, man.
So why is but I would imagine Jay's in a good state. You know, he's chilling, living life.
I think it's more competition to Jay than it is to Nas. And this is, again, just assuming. Because in Nas' mind, he can kind of rest assured a little that he won that quote-unquote battle of New York, remember? So, like, on record, he's the victor, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. That's not taking no discredit in anything away from Jay-Z, because Jay-Z's the best artist right now, top artist, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I think right underneath that is, like, Nas, Drake, Eminem, Kendrick, J. Cole conversation, you know? But I still think at the top, the elite, the apex predator right now is still Jay, man. And I think he can just come back and
let's not forget about Jada. You know, Jada's on top of New York too.
That's a different conversation because you're talking about just lyricism.
Okay.
And then you have to bring in Black Thought for that too. You know what I'm saying? Black Thought.
I'm talking about New York. You know what I'm saying? Who's holding down
New York? Do you consider the tri-state New York? Philly, that's PA, tri-state.
I guess. Yeah, but it's not New York though. You know what I mean?
I got this little concoction I made, man.
What's that? Kombucha tea?
Actually, no, it's some chocolate. It's that whatever healthy chocolate alternative.
Right.
With a scoop of that with coffee, some sponsored by Nespresso over here. Espresso with some Henrock and some
cannabis powder.
And some almond milk, and I just made like a little smoothie and shit.
So
Henrock.
Yeah, that shit never fails. Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's a good point. But yeah, Nas has been really getting busy with dropping new shit lately.
Yeah, he dropped who? I mean, speaking of Nas, who else dropped something recently? Coogee Rap. Speaking of old legends,
Coogee Rap
he dropped some fucking.
He's an OG of the game,
and he still got it too. I think if I'm gonna be super critical, lyrically, Coogee Rap has always been a beast, but his beats, I think even now, like me working, shameless promotion.
I'm looking at those ads playing behind you. It's mad funny. You got like people with grills and shit.
Yeah. Facts.
You gotta have to skip the ads.
Yo, you can never skip the ads. You see what I got over here too, you know what I'm saying? My people's.
I can't really see it. It's cut off.
Yo, watch your mouth, son.
You gotta step your camera game up.
Yeah. Bro, if they only knew the audio issues we just encountered.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Whatevs, man. This is whatever. Y'all ain't paying us yet.
Yeah.
We're starting the OnlyFans page soon, guys. Though I know you guys waiting.
Yeah, it's called Yoga with Ark. You're gonna do yoga poses.
Yo, low key. I've been training, man. I've been training a few people. Pause.
Oh shit.
In the gym right now, which is cool, man.
You doing private sessions?
Yeah, like mobility, functional training. Because it's funny when we get into the gym, it's never like your traditional bench pressing and bicep curl. Like none. They're going in with this expectation that like, yo, no high. I don't want to go super heavy.
Right.
All of these, like fucking
generic shit.
I'm like, and we don't even do any of that. It's all like cutting edge stuff. I've been studying this, man, for like a good 4 years now. So I got nice little routines. I got different setups, what we're going to target, core, we're targeting your core. But I really factor in a lot of just the lower body, your feet, the positioning of your feet, your hips. Because, as we're aging, man, these are the areas that we have to care after or look after more, and then really tend into the joints, how they're connected. You got to work out these muscles and these ligaments that are connected, because if not, you could be firing the wrong muscles or the secondary muscles. And then when we put too much stress on them, that's when you start getting this pain. That's arthritis. All of these things come into play if we're not lubricating the joints properly. And you could manually, actively do this, aside from your diet, of course, and good rest.
Mm-hmm.
Joking, a lot of joking.
Yo, if this ad plays again, I'm gonna fucking turn my computer off, bro. This shit's driving me nuts.
Hold on.
Why is it repeating? Skip that shit.
Hold on, because that was that whole, you don't skip.
The fuck? It was like a whole infomercial, bro.
Oh, I remember the scene too. This movie was so fire on so many levels, man.
So what happened? Bank of America stole your money or what? What's going on?
Facts, man. It was only $100 still. But I still haven't gotten word from them, because every time I'm calling them, I'm on the phone for like 2 hours, bro.
So the money, like, it just disappeared from your account? That's crazy.
Yeah. So if you're making any Zelle, it's associated with Zelle. So I think there must have been some kind of Zelle thievery shenanigans going on. So If you have, the date is the 17th. So from the 17th until like current date, or maybe a little, actually, I'm sorry, the 11th. From the 11th till now, if you had any like Zelle transactions, those are the people who got affected by it.
Okay.
But there's people who are missing like thousands of dollars too. You know, I've seen some testimony of people just wilding the fuck out. So, it's funny because, not even funny, right? But I saw a video about this in December, and they were talking about how, the middle of January, there's going to start being, some digital hiccups, and, this is all part of the process. How are we going to transfer into digital currency and whatnot? And lo and behold, on the 17th, bro, this shit happened. So, whatever, man. I think at the end of the day, I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. But I'm not stressing about it because I know they're gonna return the money. The same thing happened to Eaz. My brother got out to Eaz, and he said they returned the money back within the day. So
yeah. I mean, these big financial institutions, like that's one of the big banks. They have a lot of backups. They have a lot of recovery to whatever funds are unaccounted for. So they definitely have to be held accountable for that.
Well, and this is crazy because a couple years ago, like a year and a half ago, when I got into business with the restaurant, I had to withdraw some bands, you know what I mean? And it's funny because whatever, it was 10 bands, but they couldn't give me that in cash, bro. So like I fucking had to wait, like I actually left and came back because I had to wait for them to bring the money. And I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
How don't you have, like, that's not even crazy. Like, that's not, you're a bank. And it wasn't like one of the small, it was a decent sized bank in Brooklyn, bro. So, that tells you, man, I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening in the shadows that we have no idea about, man. But,
got to know how to stay ahead of it. So move around the system.
Move around the system. I think you have a division. You have people who are cash heavy and they try to just save dough, right? And they have it tangible money, right? And the shoebox money, right?
Liquid.
That money, when this whole digital currency transfer happens, I think they're gonna lose out, man. Because even now, once you put in more than $10,000 into an account, the IRS gets automatically notified. They want to, you have to provide some kind of paper trail to how this happened. How did you obtain that? Was you're getting taxed? All of that. So all these people that have a lot of money in paper, cash, it's that transfer. Once if it does go fully digital, like that transfer is going to be a little difficult for you, my peoples. So just for me, seeing some of the, finance savvy people that's saying to little by little keep your money in the banks, because if you want to be part of this transfer, you have to stay ahead of the game on it, and you got to write. I mean, unless you're going to be one of these people off the gridders, you know what I mean, and then you got to understand what else the territory that comes with that,
Yeah. I mean, we don't know behind the scenes exactly how everything's going to play out. It could be a while before all of this takes place. I mean,
exactly.
There's been a lot of everything that's going on in the crypto scene, the whole shit with that FTX scandal, and now this crazy regulation coming down on all these different crypto exchanges. It is kind of scary when you think about it, because now the government kind of takes charge of controlling crypto assets, and crypto is supposed to be a non-centralized currency that the bank shouldn't have any reign over, but it's happening now. And then if they push forward a centralized, something that's run by the government, then yeah, that could become an issue because it takes away from the independence of why crypto came into the scene to begin with. You know, all this regulation and all this shit. So we got to see how it plays out and just be smart about it. I know it's easier said than done, but got to be aware.
I definitely think that. I think back to what you said, things take time, man. You know, you hear all of this stuff going on. How much crazy during the pandemic we heard the most craziest, obscene shit. Fucking armies are gonna be in your corner. You won't be able to leave. Like, you heard the most believable stuff, right? A lot of believable stuff, because to some degree there's credit in some of that stuff. These are like, you know, if shit hits the fan, it'll go to that level. But a lot of this stuff, man, is fear. You know, this is what keeps the sheep in line. You know what I mean? The fear mongering, because the more they're occupied about that, about what could go wrong, the less time they have to actually plan for themselves. Like, a lot of people is on like, oh, fuck all that, and they're anti-government and anti-establishment and all that. Are you really ready to take care of yourself? Like, when the lights go off, you know what I mean? Are you really ready?
A lot of people aren't ready.
Like, bro, for as much as wisdom I claim to have for myself and think I can, that's another level, my G. You're talking about now you got to learn how to farm. You got to learn how to keep warm and
to hunt, to gather, like, harvest, all that shit.
I can't even, like, to make a checklist right now. It's crazy. So I don't know if people are really ready for that. Like, so at the very least, man, make good financial decisions, you know?
Yeah.
And I think right now it's crazy, bro. You don't see all the inflation. It's at an all-time high, man. Eggs is crazy. You'll see all these egg memes, like
milk, eggs, everything.
Yo, regular eggs.
That's the new flex. You know, I'm gonna go get a couple dozen eggs. That's the new flex for the weekend, you know?
Yo, what they said? Yo, they had somebody bought a carton of eggs and it came with the sprinklers. With the bottle sprinklers.
That's funny. I got to see that.
Yeah, that's cool.
The sparklers. You mean the little sparkler shits that they bring out with the bottles? Yo, let me get two.
Let me get 2 dozen of eggs.
Eggs.
Baller alert!
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Like, groceries, it's just gotten out of control. It's like you got to pick and choose now. You know, your leisure entertainment budget and all that shit. You gotta keep a closer eye on it now, you know, because living, especially in New York, it's gotten crazy.
If you want to have, like, you know, I mean, me and wifey, we have a lifestyle that we enjoy, you know, like, we're parents, we're getting older, but we still like to fucking party and have a good time, you know, and go out and drink responsibly. You know, sometimes and chill. So it's like we got to work to, you know, I mean, could we be saving more? I think everybody could be saving more at some point, but, you know, and this is something that me and Logan, right, we always have a discussion. Logan is more of a saver, more of a he's a little bit more frugal with his money, if you will, right? But I'm more into, like, okay, I may not save as much as I spend, but I look at it as me making these precious memories, moments, which equate to wealth as well, right? Because ultimately you're saving money to it all depends also, what are you saving money for? Stability. If you're stable at the moment and you're saving money for 20 years from now, but 20 years from now, can you really do what you can do now if you just had spent a little bit more extra, okay, a little bit tight of a budget, but you enjoyed yourself to the fullest, you know? And I think just coming from broken homes and having friends come from broken homes, and then looking at other families who aren't from broken homes and seeing the financial dynamic of the family, you know, it's different from back then. You need two incomes, 2 streams of income if you want to have that heightened lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, or somewhere, you like to go on vacation, you like to do these things, because bills are crazy right now, bro. Shit is crazy. Like, I remember, man, being, I had my first son when I was like 16, 17. I was living with my son's mother, and I don't know how I was able to pay rent. She was still going to school, right? I had caught a cool job. Shout out to Jose, from Hoey, from Lane. He had blessed me with this with a job at MetLife. Actually, I was fucking MetLife, the comics. We used to work on the Sunday comics, right? And whatever. I was paying for rent, our phone bill, HBO. I think that's the only thing we had. And like money to chill. She need money for school, food. By myself, God, I don't even understand how that was even possible. Like, like, yo, and nowadays it's crazy, man. You go to the store, spend $150 on groceries, come back with like 3.5 bags, bro.
It's crazy. You got to save up for that shit just to go grocery shopping.
Yeah, I saw you post something about that recently too. It's like, yo,
got to plan that shit like a vacation nowadays.
Yeah, man. That, shout out to dual income.
I can hear what you're saying though, like living in the now and balance it out, because when you're older, you want to have a cushion.
Like if you're fucking 75 and you're pushing the newest Beamer, what the fuck does that even mean for you, bro?
Well, not necessarily. Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying like a lot of people save for retirement when they can't work anymore.
Oh yeah, music. That's what I wanted to point out. Bro, Shakira is the fucking GOAT.
Yeah, she's got a new video out, right?
My G, she is dropping music like she's a brand new artist on a come up. I can't even say that, every year consistently multiple songs, bro. Her last few songs are killer. And they're like, okay, so you have legends, right? People from the fucking 90s. And they're revered as legends. So they have this legend status, right? And that's how they hold their relevancy, right? Like because of the legendary status. But there's very few. She's talking about her ex. All these last songs are about ex. All her last songs are about her ex and shit. And he's actually mad. But she blew him up.
That video was dope because it's simple. It's I think
all her last music, bro, is deep, son. Her last few songs, no lie, you know me. I fucking try to.
Does she write her own stuff?
That's what I was gonna say. I think she offers concepts and ideas, and how she's feeling, her emotions, because her emotions are definitely channeled in all of these last few songs. It's spot on to exactly how she feels when she's interviewing and she speaks on it. Her music is speaking to that exactly. So she definitely has influences what she's writing. I hope she is writing her own stuff. If not, if you need somebody to write your shit, write your shit too. But she is fucking relevant because she has relevant music. It's top 40s. Right now, that song she just dropped, I think yesterday, or it's already the #1 song, bro.
But she dropped another one?
Yeah, she just dropped one right like a couple of days ago. This is crazy. And she's talking about how her ex-husband, his mother bought a house like
so
right
she's
next
getting
to hers.
She's getting back at all her exes.
Well, not all her exes, but her most recent. So I don't know if you know the story behind it, but he played her dirty, right? And he was like a soccer player, and he's a little younger than her, so there's probably that kind of weirdness about that. And but this is Shakira, bro. Like she's not like a run-of-the-mill kind of a cougar. She stays super fit. You look at her, she still looks very relevant, still looks very healthy, very young. But the way she found out, so allegedly, not even allegedly, her ex-husband never ate jam or jelly or whatever, and she has like some marmalades or some jams at home, and then it was like someone ate it. And she pieced it together like that. This is some real Colombian FBI shit, bro. I was talking to my wife about it. She's like, yeah, of course. It's like that shit is embedded in their genes, bro. That fucking
to be private investigators.
Yeah, that CSI gene, bro. That's, CSI gene. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to really highlight that she's a fucking beast, man.
She's still relevant after all
relevant, and the music sounds amazing.
So it's kind of like she reinvented her style, kind of.
Every year she stays current with the current sounds, and she's even cutting edge with music. You know what I mean? Good people like that too is like Black Eyed Peas. They're still able, and these aren't people that just they come back and drop a song. They drop top 40 songs, bro. Not even hits. Top 5 hits.
They dropping hits.
So it's amazing to see her, and she's really, she represents the Hispanic culture really well too.
Absolutely.
I think she's definitely, it's just beautiful. It's inspiring to see her still do that, and still be so good at it.
So you want to staying on this entertainment side before we wrap it up? You want to give me your top 3 to 5 most anticipated movies for this year? There's a lot of new movies coming out.
But that Ant-Man Wasp, is that the last Marvel movie, right? Before the next phase?
So I think that's the start of the new phase. So I'm going to pretend like
no movies come out for like another few years, I think?
No, it's not that. They're just keeping the order of the phases, I guess. So I think that starts the next phase. And then they're going to get into the whole Avengers, Kang, what is it called? Kang, Avengers...
The Secret Wars?
Kang Dynasty. And then Secret Wars.
Are they going to somehow bring in X-Men?
I don't know. Hopefully. I mean, they got to cast the right people. They got to bring in the Fantastic Four. But so I just want to say, I think a lot of people have been disappointed with Phase 4. And I think because of the quality, the quality of movies has kind of declined a little. They still had some good, I think Doctor Strange 2 was good. I mean, the best one I think was Spider-Man. No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Doctor Strange was amazing too.
But I think the overall quality has declined a little.
Doctor Strange was amazing?
Yeah, but I'm saying as a whole, like the whole storyline, like, when phases 1, 2, and 3 came out, you had Thanos. He was the big threat. All the movies were kind of intertwined. Some movies weren't that good, but there was some bangers. You know what I mean?
I think they're doing that with Kang because look, Loki is about to come out again. It's going to speak a little bit more to it.
But I want to speak on that because I feel like that decline in quality started happening because of the demand of the streaming, like Disney Plus, right? So they had to put out all these shows.
They had to, they had to water it down.
They had to water it down and then use all these VFX artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, but back to Phase 4, Wakanda Forever was good. I like Wakanda Forever.
That was good.
So they had some good, but it wasn't like nothing that was like, oh wow, I can't wait to see this. Like, I can't wait to see what's going to happen to this character.
Because you got fucking spoiled with like Endgame and shit, that was like that's when you have movies like that, when you're collaborating a lot of different main fucking characters on there.
You were invested into all the characters because of the buildup.
It's amazing.
Tony Stark, Captain America. You don't have the top players anymore. Like Thor, that last Thor movie was kind of it had its good parts, but it was it was all right. It wasn't the best. I think Thor Ragnarok was the best. But
I think you and I already spoke on this previously, just what they're doing to Thor. They're forgetting that his background, he's a
Viking,
warrior.
Bro. He's a Norse.
He has a berserker rage, right? He has a warrior's rage. That's like, Black Adam, right? Remember when he has that nuclear like shell shock effect that has that outburst, right? Thor has a similar like berserker warrior rage where he goes blind and he just destroys everything.
He kind of did that a little bit in Infinity War when they were fighting in Wakanda. Remember, he was just bashing everybody.
Just before they made him Metro. Now it's like he's a metrosexual kind of person.
Yeah, he's like they dumped him down.
Speaking of some sexual, I'm sorry, it's totally sidebar, but I didn't even tell you about this, but I just read about it yesterday about Free the Nipple. Did you see any of that article?
That's a total sidebar, but yeah, I
don't know. The sexual thing just kind of, linked it into that. But so really quick context, more context behind that. So if you're transgender or don't acknowledge yourself as a male or female, you're able to show your breasts with nipples. If you're a female, you're not able to. How does that make sense?
Yeah.
And look, pardon my ignorance, people out there. This is me just quickly responding to it and having an opinion on it, because this is a new culture. This is new for me. So I'm just trying to process this.
I think that's a whole conversation on its own, and we should definitely dive into that. It has a lot to do with the woke culture, identity politics, just everything getting quote unquote shoved in everybody's face now more than ever. And I think that's a discussion for another day, because
Why are you scared to get canceled?
No, I'm not scared. Canceled by who? But like, if I just feel like if I start getting into it, we're gonna like completely get distracted.
We're gonna lose those 50 people that are watching us.
No. We're gonna no, not at all. We're gonna get distracted from what we were talking about on the entertainment side, because I wanted to get your thoughts on the most anticipated.
You know me, bro. Yeah. I'm the rabbit hole jumper, bro.
I know you're you just threw a curveball at me. You know what I mean? Like I had to fucking dip out of the way.
You had to do a Neo Matrix.
But yeah, because listen, that's a discussion that could go on for a whole half hour or whatever, But
so look, they make Thor fucking super Metro Yogi. He's a yogi now, kind of. Which shout out to all my yogis. I love you. But yeah, man, I think they need to come back. But it's back to what we were saying before. Because he's on Disney, they have to make him more acceptable to the kids, right? Because ultimately, the super big hits are movies that include kids as the part of that audience, right? Because if not, then you're just gonna have a selective audience, which I think what happened with Black Adam. Still, he didn't have the wide audience. This is why they think they didn't do as well as they projected. I think the movie was amazing, like dope. Was it?
Had a lot of plot holes, but going back to the question.
Okay, so I'm looking forward to Ant-Man.
Okay, Quantumania.
Looking forward to the Loki series, the new Mandalorian series.
Let's just stick to movies. Yeah, it doesn't just have to be Marvel or superhero. Just 2023. There's a lot of new movies coming out.
Yeah, I think John Wick has a new movie coming out too.
Yeah, hell yeah! I can't wait for that one.
That shit is gonna fucking. I love John. I mean, anything with Keanu Reeves, he's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
That is gonna be dope. Damn man, I had it all planned, man. It's on my phone, but I can't fucking access my phone now. But for the most part right now, yeah. I mean, you speak on it, and then I'll remember some of mine.
So the new Mario Brothers movie's coming out.
Yes, that's good too. Yes, right? that looks awesome, right? Yeah,
yeah. So I think they're gonna eventually do Smash Brothers, right?
Possibility.
What else? I know you can't wait for the Barbie movie to come out.
Of course, you're gonna go see that. I reserved my tickets already.
So one of the movies I'm looking forward to a lot is that next Mission Impossible movie, Dead Reckoning.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I love those Mission Impossible movies.
I love them too. I had no idea they were dropping another one.
Yeah.
Was this like Mission Impossible 8? No?
It's up there. But listen, Tom Cruise is a savage, bro. Like, he's fearless.
Still.
You don't give a fuck.
So, did you hear about the rumors about him being Iron Man or some shit, right?
Or like an alternate universe? I think it was a rumor during I think that rumor came out when they were doing Doctor Strange and the whole Illuminati sequence, that he might have been an alternate universe Iron Man, but I don't think they'll make him Iron Man. Iron Man is, Tony Stark is dead right now. So if they do, they might bring him back for like Secret Wars as like an alternate
universe,
alternate, universe type of thing.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. So, are you familiar with the Secret Wars and the whole like rundown and
a little bit? But the thing is, even if you're familiar with the storyline in the comics,
they changed it, right? They changed it a lot, right?
They're going to. We don't know what the story is yet. You know what I'm saying?
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But for the most part, this is this isn't with the Beyond. Yeah, this is with the Beyonder, right? Doesn't the Beyonder come into play too?
I don't know. It could be. I mean, the Beyonder's tied into the whole storyline with the what if.
I thought Secret Wars. He was behind that too. Kang, I get. I know he's the I guess the.
But Secret Wars ain't gonna come out for like another couple years. First, they're gonna do Kang Dynasty.
Yeah. So Secret Wars is when they fight Beyonder.
Right? Yeah, but
and the Beyonder
in the comics, but we don't know who the threat is going to be in the movies.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think the one who kind of is the hero is Spider-Man. He gets some kind of cosmic powers.
Yeah, and we don't know if they're going to bring Spider-Man back for more Marvel stuff, or like now it's Sony took rights to him back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we don't know if
he's the dude. He like momentarily inherits this cosmic powers that makes them a celestial level, bro.
Yeah.
In the comics. And that's
and hopefully by the time they put out Secret Wars, they're gonna have mutants
and Hulk. Do you see what they're doing? And Hulk too. Hulk, Universe Hulk.
World War Hulk.
Yeah.
Planet Hulk.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I want to see that.
See what they do with that.
So I'm tired of Professor Hulk already. Like, they need to bring back the Berserker Hulk that's fucking everybody up.
Metrosexual as well.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I get why for Endgame they did it, because he had lovable. To be smart.
He's charismatic.
He's the one that took the gauntlet and did the reverse snap. So he had to, you know what I mean? Like, he had to be rational and think about it. I get it. But that's one setback of those last couple of big movies, Infinity War and Endgame, that Hulk wasn't at his full power. They took away from him.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
They did.
Like the last one he was beast mode in was Ragnarok. Remember in Ragnarok he was still the beast mode. But then after that, you know,
I like that they make him, because now he's more likable. Remember, I think it's to add on to their ratings, their likability. This is going to sell more product, more merchandise. So that's why he has more lines. I'm all cool with that, but they need to bring in more of the savagery for him as well. So as long as, they keep these, fine. They want all these little comic relief moments. That's cool. But bring some of that fucking Berserker rage and fucking Hulk smash next level shit too. Because that's weird. For in World War Hulk, what they did was they sent Hulk away.
He went back to Sakaar, I think.
Like, but not willingly. They put him in a spaceship, and they fucking sent him away because he was a threat. He had like just went on one of his Hulk smash rage, and he like just did a lot of damage. So there was like, and it was very difficult. You hear him in the plane while he's in the ship, and like Iron Man is speaking on there. He's like, "Look, we sent you here. We, pretty much we love you, my G, but you fucking wild crazy, and you're just destroying shit. We're sending you to this place. You can do all the destruction you want there. It's huge. You can start there. These are your supplies, all of that." He somehow, wherever he goes, he just, bro, you can't stop the determination. He conquered that land, and he just became like a conqueror, bro. And then he ended up coming back. And he came back as like an emperor, like a king, bro.
Know.
And
I know. He took charge of the planet.
He destroyed. It's so crazy how he
there's a few other
people.
There's a few other crazy movies coming out. Let me see if I could see what else is coming out real quick.
We're talking about shows. and we're talking about anime, bro. I'm looking forward to Dragon Ball Z is releasing some new episodes and new season. I'm looking forward to that. Also, I'm not sure if you follow Demon Slayer on Netflix. That shit is fire. That's my homie right here. The swordsman.
They drop another season?
They're dropping another season.
Okay.
Another thing. Have you ever seen Record of Ragnarok? It's like it's anime too, but it's like gods versus humans. It's fucking crazy. They have another season on Netflix coming out. That's fire.
I think so.
Avatar. The Last Airbender. You remember that?
Well, they did the Legend of what's her name? Korra, the female.
Kona. Yeah. So she was the second saga, right? Okay. Now they have a new one coming out, and it's going to be in today's time.
Oh, so but is it? So it's not with the original Avatar kid.
No, it's anime. It's going to be anime. I mean, animated as well, but it's going to be in today's time. That's fucking fire, right?
Well, what's the original? What's that kid? What's that kid's name? The original one. Aang. So it's not based on him.
No, I mean they'll reference them, right?
Right, but it's not his story. Like it's somebody new.
It's somebody new. But there is a live action movie coming out that will.
Is it a movie or a show?
It's a movie. It's episodes on Netflix.
Okay,
and it's gonna be with Aang.
Hopefully it's not.
I heard it's
trash
really good.
like M. Night Shyamalan.
What the fuck was
Speaking of him, though, he got a movie coming out. It's called Something Cabin. You should check out the trailer. It's crazy. It's like these. I saw it the other day.
I forgot who was on Joe Rogan that was talking about him.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, and how he's like next level.
Crazy.
I don't know if it's crazy. It's hard to throw that word around.
I mean it in a good way. You could say crazy in a good way. I don't mean it derogatory.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like crazy, so like things. He's crazy.
He's but definitely, in a good way. He's unique. And what he was saying is, I forgot who was talking about, but he was on Joe Rogan, and he said he really goes into character. Like he's on some. He won't shower. He won't hygienically. He just so in character. Doesn't want to break it. That he's always in character.
Time out.
Day.
Time out. Back up. But he's not really. I mean, he puts himself in his movies, but he's not really an actor. He's a director behind the scenes. So why would he have to go into character like that?
I'm not sure.
You sure you talking about him though?
Yeah.
Are you talking about somebody else?
No, I'm talking about him. But just to get into that mindset to create. Which whatever, I get it,
I get it. He's putting himself in. Well, anyway, that new movie that's coming out looks crazy. I'm gonna send you the link to the trailer so you can see it.
Yeah, so, there was something else. Loki's coming out.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is coming out.
Did you see that holiday special shit? That shit was cool. I mean,
yeah. Well, I think we spoke about it. Yeah, the holiday special. It's like a little comedy relief until the movie comes out. So we didn't really speak on the whole DC controversy with, them dropping Henry Cavill as Superman.
Who wants to talk about that, bro?
It's crazy. Like a lot of people were pissed, but a lot of people are actually behind them, looking forward to it.
I'm sure they're also being. I'm not gonna say forced, but they can't go into this with super negative energy. They have to look at it like it's going to be the most amazing thing. Yeah. Just me personally, I'm not even going to say that something bad. They're going to produce something bad. It's just the point, the time references. Like you're going to start again from the beginning again. Oh, it could be amazing.
And
it's like,
so real quick, right? Are you going to reset everything? But yeah, you might keep Wonder Woman. You might keep Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. They're going to recast. They're going to recast. Check it. They're going to recast Jason Momoa as Lobo, another character. This is all hearsay, right? They didn't officially announce anything, but this is all what's hearsay. What's happening? They got rid of Henry Cavill. That's legit because James Gunn confirmed it. Like. the guy was basically born to play Superman, but all right, you're gonna get rid of him. But then you might keep Ezra Miller as the Flash? Like the dude has literally started a cult. He's just doing crazy wild shit. But you might consider keeping him as the Flash, but you get rid of, like, that makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. So, okay, let's say they get somebody that's up good for the role of Superman, but you're gonna start
and they're gonna focus on Green Lantern. Remember that too.
Green Lantern too, but like you're gonna start. So they said it's not an origin story, but he's gonna meet Lois Lane again. He's gonna start working for the fucking Daily Planet. Like what? How is that not an origin story? Like they had Superman ready to fight Darkseid and all this, you know what I'm saying? Space battles and all this shit. And now you're gonna start from the top. Like I guess he has. I guess he has a vision for it, but it has to be consistent. Like you can't get rid of some people and then keep some people from the original shit.
Yeah, because
and say that it's a reboot. Like what?
Wait. So, all right. What's the newer version that came out from the Justice League?
We're running out of time, bro. We got 10 minutes.
Shout out to my mama.
Yo, listen, we for the next one we're gonna have the regular account back. Right now we kind of winging it because we being cheap. But
we still love you.
Yeah, so we'll we'll come back next time and talk about this shit a little more, but let y'all simmer on that. Any shout outs? Any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to my, you know what I'm saying, my baby mamas, my wife, love you.
Mamas plural. That's funny. Yeah, bro. I know I've been MIA for a minute, but we'll all link up together soon. Just living life.
Yeah, you gotta come by. You gotta come by the lab. I gotta show you what I'm working on too. And I got some, man.
We got some side projects going on.
Yeah, man. I'm so, bro. It's funny, right? Because I'm really, really, really like gun ho about it. Like it's such a good feeling when you're working on something and you're seeing it grow and develop. And I stopped with the expectations and like, I got just produce, keep working, and edit. You edit in the process, that just keep moving forward, bro. Keep pushing, and I'm really excited with what's going on.
Me too.
And
I got some big announcements coming very, very soon. I just been working out some things behind the scene. But yeah, look, check this out. Remember this shit?
Yo, I need a copy of that, God.
Got that Survival Music Volume 2, the best mixtape out of all of them because I was in it.
Yo, you dropped some heavy shit there, bro.
Little something,
We should have started it with that, my G. We should end it with that. So let me hear a theme.
I don't have a CD drive. I don't have a CD drive on this laptop.
You don't have it on your playlist, my G's? You don't have that.
I have to look for it. I don't have it on Spotify. You know what I mean? But we'll save it for the next. For the next one, we'll put it up for the next one. Shout out
iTunes.
Shout out to what you know about this, God? Ooh, got the Liquid Swords player.
Yo, that shit reminded me of. Did you see that artist who has that song?
Oh yeah! Shout out to Juan Bago and Jerry Diaz.
Yo, but the
hilarious.
I can't believe. Yo, how many times like jokingly Psalms and us and we'll all be fucking around making shit like that, bro.
Yeah. Hilarious. And that dude went viral with that shit, right? With that fucking.
He definitely, that shit went fucking diamond.
That shit was hilarious, bro. Hilarious. It was already a parody on its own.
You got any shout outs for anybody? What's up? What do you want to say? Peace to?
Nah.
Fuck everybody. Everybody.
I'm just living life, brother. Yeah. Moving one day at a time.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do. That's how we do. This is how we do.
Yo, anybody out there looking for eggs, let me know. I'm selling them.
Yo, 2 for $5. 2 for $5.
2 for $5.
You know what I mean? 2 for $5. Come get your dozen. Word up.
Dirty dozen. I got, you know what I'm saying, hard-boiled egg. También, if you want whatever you need. We got it.
Yo, I got a half a gallon milk. You know what I'm saying? It's my son's milk, but name the right price. I'll hook you up.
You know, you can sell breast milk too. I don't know. Yeah,
breast milk, too. All types of milk. Yoo-hoo, chocolate, strawberries.
I got connections for you, Papa.
Skittles, God. And on that note, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in. Peace.